Just a few seconds. Hello, everyone. How are you? So I can see one is here. Is there anybody there? Is there anybody there, or should we start right now? Looks like we have three more people there. Is there anybody there? Can you write in the chat? Who's there? Let me see who's there now. Good evening, Ray. Good evening. Okay, so let's start anyway. I think the other people are gonna come later, so they'll be able to watch it later anyway. Um, I'm going to screen share this here with you. For just a minute while I share this slide here. So here we have it. That's it. So yesterday, we had grammar quiz 1, and today we're going to have grammar quiz 2, right? So let me check if everybody, let me just check who's here. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I can see the chat from here now too. And so the first one was grammar. Good evening. Hello, Edison. He's just come here too. Very nice to see you. All right. And this is another grammar quiz. So basically, in this one, we're going to have 10 sentences. Okay. You can consider them as 10 questions, right? And you have to choose the correct one. So you have to say which one is right, which one is wrong, right? And for example, let's take a look at the first one. It says, I go to the office from Monday to Thursday. So think about, is it right or wrong? Think about the grammar here, okay? Do you think the grammar is correct or is it wrong? If you think it's correct, give us a thumbs up. Okay, right. So if you think it's correct, just give a thumbs up or say something in the chat. If you think it's wrong, you can say it's wrong in the chat too. Okay, so I'll wait for you there. Do you think it's right or is it wrong? Is it right or is it wrong? Guys, I'm just waiting for you. Do you have any idea? Did you have enough time to analyze the sentence? Is the grammar correct or not? What do you think? Okay, let's start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, this one, it's actually correct, right? So I go to the office from Monday to Thursday. This sentence is grammatically correct, right? Go, it's the verb in the present, right? So I go, yeah, to the office. Para o escritório, eu vou ao escritório de segunda a quinta. So I go to the office from Monday to Thursday. So that's correct. Very good. Yeah, one just answer here, correct, right? Now let's see the next one. Okay, consider this as a test, okay? So think about the fact that you can score 1 point for each sentence. In total, we're going to have 10 sentences, right? So you score 1 point. If you got this one right, you can mark 1 point for you. Let's see the next one. It says, I go to the post office yesterday. I go to the post office yesterday. Is it right or is it wrong? What do you think? Is it right or is it wrong? I go to the, think about the grammar there. Okay, I think I can start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wrong? Yeah, very good. That's wrong. Very good. Congratulations. So this sentence is wrong, right? And what is the correct way then? If this is wrong, then what is the correct way? Consider this. Here we have the verb go in the present, but here it says yesterday, and yesterday it's the past. So you can't say that you go somewhere yesterday. É como ir para algum lugar ontem. Então, the tense is wrong here, right? So here, the correct way would be went, because went is the past of go, right? Very good. So went is the past of go. So the correct way would be I went to the post office yesterday, right? So eu fui, não eu vou, mas eu fui aos correios ontem. I went to the post office yesterday. Congratulations for those who got it right. Yeah. Let's see the next one. Correct. So this is correct. The correct one here. Now let's see the next one, which is using the verb to have, right? The verb to have. So here it says, he have to go grocery shopping today. What do you think? Think about the grammar there. Is it right or is it wrong? What do you think? He have to go grocery shopping today. In português, it means ele tem que fazer a feira hoje. Ele tem que ir ao supermercado fazer a feira hoje. He have to go grocery shopping today. Hi, Marcio. Long time no see. It's great to see you here. Hey, man. Wow, it's really good to see you here. It's been a long time. Yeah, my old friends. Uh-huh. So, what do you think? Is the grammar right or wrong here? He have to go grocery shopping today. I'll give you 5 seconds, okay? 5 last seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up. Okay, this is actually wrong. This one is wrong. Let's see what part is wrong here. Wrong, right? So the problem here is with the verb to have, right? Because it's not he have, but actually it's he has, right? So he has. He has to go grocery shopping today. Ou seja, ele tem que ir fazer a feira hoje, tem que ir ao supermercado hoje. He has to go grocery shopping. So if you take a look at this, I'm going to open my Microsoft Word here to show you this verb conjugation here, right? So always remember, we say have for I, right? So I have, not only I, but you, we say have. Let me increase the font size here so you can see better. 12 is too small. Let's see, 20. No, let me increase it more. Let me increase it to 26, right? So I have, you have, right? But he, always remember, for he, she, and it actually has. So it changes the form of the verb here, right? So it's not have anymore, it becomes has. So we say he has, she has, it has. For the rest of them, it's have. So we, you, plural, and they, it continues to be have, right? So the only one that is different is for he, she, and it, right? So just doing it again here for you to reveal it. I have, you can repeat. You know, if you're not used to that, you can repeat after me too. I have, you have. He has, she has, it has. And pay attention to the pronunciation too, okay? It's not it has, it's it. Okay, the pronunciation here, it's a very short it, right? We don't say eat, we say it, it. So it has, right? It, oops, sorry. Let me put it in the right way. Okay, it has. Then we have, you have. This you here is the plural, right? This is you singular. This you here in Portuguese, it means você. This you here in Portuguese, it means vocês. Vocês, no plural. So you have and they have. They have. Eles têm ou elas têm. They have, right? So that's for the verb to have. There's another verb we saw here, which is in the previous slide, for example, in this one here, the verb to go, right? So we talked about the verb to go in the present and in the past, which is the verb went. Now, let's take a look at this verb conjugation here too, in the present tense, right? So verb to go, right? So here we talked about the verb to have, okay? To have, let me highlight this. Let me put this in bold like this. Let me highlight this one here too. So now we're going to talk about the verb to go. So we say, I And you, we say go. All right. So I and you go. So let me remove the highlight there. He, she, it will be what? For he, she, and it. Remember, he, she, it is always different, right? So what is it? He, she, it would be, can I say go? He go? She go? Can I say it? No, right? So it should be goes, right? So he, she, it goes. And then for the rest of them, it still goes. So we, you, plural, and they still go, right? So always he, she, it, these are always the ones that are different in the verb conjugation. So when we say, I go, you go, he goes, she goes, it goes. And for the rest of them, go again, right? So we go, you go, and they go, right? So this is for the present, right? But the good news here, it's because in the past, it's very simple. In the past, it just went, right? So to go, verb to go, in the past. So it's went for everybody. It's went for everybody. So it's I went, you went, he went, she went, it went, etc. So it doesn't change, right? So this is very, very simple. The past tense of verb to go is really simple. It's just went for everybody, right? Now let's go back to our quiz. Uh, he has to go grocery shopping today, and the next one. Let me start my slideshow here. So that's question 4. So 4. I've never eaten snails. I've never eaten snails. Think about it. Is the grammar correct or is it wrong? Is it right or is it wrong? What do you think? Right or wrong? I'll give you 5 seconds. Let's start our countdown again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, some people here don't know, but let's see. Let's see the answer here. I've never eaten snails. This is correct, right? This is actually correct. I've never eaten snails. In Portuguese, we say eu nunca comi escargot, or eu nunca comi the snails. They're this. It's in French. We call it escargot, right? In French, they're caracóis in Portuguese. Caracóis. Eu nunca comi caracóis, ou eu nunca comi escargot. I've never eaten snails, right? This is correct. Uh, and here they are, the escargot, right? So that's the dish, the French dish, escargot. And here is a live snail, live snail. That's actually delicious. You know, this sentence is not true for me because I've eaten snails before and I really like them. I think they're delicious. They're really good, right? Uh, so what if you have eaten snails? Then in that case, you'd say, if your sentence is affirmative, you'd say, I have eaten snails before. Before, ou seja, eu comi caracóis antes. Or you could also say, I have already, right? I have already eaten snails before. Eu já comi caracóis antes. Oh my God, Marcia, that's true. Yeah. Acatina, yeah, Acatina, yeah, Acatina fulica. I remember we raised those together. You know, this guy here, Marcio and I, when we were kids, we used to raise snails and we would cook them, right? Do you remember, Marcio? Acatina fulica. I remember that species is from Africa, right? This one here, it's a French one. This one, it's a French one. The French species is a bit smaller, right? It's a Acatina fulica. Okay, so if you want to say that você já comeu escargot antes, ou já comeu caracóis antes, você vai dizer em inglês, I have already, right? Already means já, né? Eu já comi. I have already eaten snails before, right? Eu já comi caracóis antes. I have already eaten snails before. Se nunca comeu, I have never eaten snails before, right? I have never eaten snails before. How about the question? If you want to ask a question, in Portuguese, you'd ask, Você já comeu caracóis antes ou escargot? Você já comeu? How do you ask this question in English? Any ideas? I think some of you probably know it, right? For the question, Juan, do you remember it from yesterday? Which word did you use for questions like these? We start the question with have, right? So have you ever eaten snails before? Before, right? Have you ever eaten snails before? You see here, I use the word ever. So we use the word ever for the question. In Portuguese, it would be: Você já comeu caracóis antes? Have you ever eaten snails before? Right? You don't need the before. So before is optional here. If you want, you could just say, have you ever eaten snails? Você já comeu caracóis? It's also correct, right? Have you ever eaten snails? Okay. So ever we use for the question, and never and already here for affirmative sentences, and never for negative sentences. All right. So this is our question about snails. Slideshow. Let's get back here. So this was the fourth one. So if you've got all four together, all four correct, now we have 4 points, right? You scored 4 points. Now let's go to the fifth one now, the next one. And it says, she drinks green tea last weekend. She drinks green tea last weekend. What do you think? Is the grammar right or is it wrong? The grammar is wrong. Yes, very good. The grammar is wrong. She drinks green tea last weekend. Right, it's wrong here. And what is wrong here? What is wrong? What exactly is wrong here? Let's take a look. So this one is wrong, right? The problem here is the tense, right? Because here it's in the present. She drinks. In Portuguese, it means ela bebe chá verde semana passada. So it doesn't make sense, right? Não faz sentido. Ela bebe chá verde semana passada. She drinks green tea last week. So this is wrong. Here, because here it says last weekend, then the verb has to be in the past, right? Exactly. So the verb is in the past. And what's the past of the verb to drink? The verb to drink. What's the past of drink? Any idea? Do you guys remember? Drink. It's going to be no, not this one. No. Okay, it's closer. It's better, but not this one yet. It's drank, right? So it's drank. So the correct way is she drank green tea last weekend. And it's very important to pay attention to the pronunciation here too, so you don't get confused with the other one. Let me show you here. So here we have, okay, verb to drink now, verb to drink. Oops, let me just put it all together here. Okay, to drink. So to drink, we have drink is in the past. In the past, we say drank. So it's with a here. Okay, drank. Drank. Let me put it. No, let me just change the color. Let me put in red here. Drank. Okay, so in the present, it's drink with I. In the past, it's drank with a. And in the past participle, it's drunk with you. Right? So drunk with you. So here, just repeat after me here. Yeah, true. It's true. Yeah, you never drank anything, right? I believe you. So here we have pronunciation. Okay, drink, drink, then drank, drank, and here drunk, drunk. So you see the pronunciation is different, right? Here we say drank, and here we say drunk. All right, drunk. Yeah. So we say in the present, for instance, I drink tea every day. Just an example. Eu tomo chá todos os dias. I drink tea every day. If you're talking about the past, like yesterday, for example, then you say, I drank tea yesterday. Eu bebi chá ontem. So I drank tea yesterday. You could also say, I have drunk tea for, let me see, I have drunk tea Mm, I have drunk tea. I have drunk tea like all my life, for example, all my life. Ao pé da letra, isso aqui seria eu tenho bebido chá a minha vida inteira, okay? But we don't say that in Portuguese. In Portuguese, it's just like eu bebi chá a minha vida toda, right? So in English, we say I have drunk tea all my life, right? I have drunk tea all my life. And here it means that you start drinking tea a long time ago and you still drink tea today, exactly. Yeah, so today. So here, that's why we call it present perfect, because this grammar uh, point here has a connection with the present, right? Something that started in the past but has a connection with the present. So I have drunk tea all my life. That's very British and very Chinese too, right? In Brazil, we should change the drink, right? So in Brazil, it should be this, isn't it? Coffee. In Brazil, it's I have drank coffee all my life. So that's for Brazil, right? I have drank it. I have drank coffee all my life. But for England and for China, they would say this: I have drank tea all my life, right? Now let's get back to the next one. So that was number 5. Now we're going to number 6. Question 6 here, and it says he rides a bike now. He rides a bike now. What do you think? Is it right or is it wrong? In Portuguese, oh no, I can't tell you in Portuguese, otherwise you'll know the answer here. I'll tell you later what it is in Portuguese, just in case you don't know. So he rides a bike now. Let's start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Correct? In the present? Almost. Okay, yeah, it is in the present, but it's another kind of present here. This is the present continuous. So this one is not correct. This one is wrong because this is present continuous. Let me show you here. So there are two options here. There are two correct ways of saying this. You could say he is riding a bike now, which means ele está andando de bicicleta agora. Okay, so riding means andando. Andando de bicicleta. Here it says now, right? Because it says now, we have to use the verb with ing here. So that's present continuous. É o gerúndio que a gente tem no português, né? So no inglês é o present continuous. He is riding a bike now, ou seja, ele está andando de bicicleta agora. ing, ok? Esse ing aqui significa o fazendo, andando, caminhando. Esse ando do português, em inglês é o ing, ing. So he's riding a bike now. And don't forget the verb to be here, right? So he is or he is riding a bike now. The other way of saying that would be he rides a bike every day. This one is also correct, okay? He rides a bike every day. But the meaning changes a little bit. O significado muda um pouco, mas a gramática está correta também. So he rides a bike every day. No segundo significa ele anda de bicicleta todos os dias, ok? Então, enquanto no primeiro ele está andando de bicicleta agora, he's riding a bike now. In the second one, ele anda de bicicleta todos os dias. He rides a bike every day, right? So that's the main difference here. All right. And what is ride in the past, right? So we're talking about ride in the present continuous. How about the past? What's the past of ride? We saw it last class too, like those of you who were here before. So it's rode, right? Rode. So if I want to say ele andou de bicicleta ontem, it's going to be he rode a bike yesterday. Yesterday here. So he rode a bike, exactly, rode, very good, rode. So he rode a bike yesterday. So rode is the past of ride, okay? And ride, we use ride for bike, but we use ride for other things too. What else do you ride for? He rides a horse, okay? So he rides a horse. Andar a cavalo também se usa a palavra ride, o verbo ride. He rides a horse. So he rides a bike, he rides a horse, all right? He rides a motorcycle, you could say that too. He rides a motorcycle, right? Motorcycle, also use the verb ride. Yeah? So now let's get back to the next one. Right. Yeah. Let's see now we're going to number 7. Okay, right. Number 6. Number 7. We should eat vegetables every day. We should eat vegetables every day. Think about the grammar. Is it right or is it wrong? It's correct, right? Very good. We should eat vegetables every day. Correct. Great. That's correct. We should. Yeah. Em português, it means nós deveríamos comer vegetais todos os dias. Right. So we should eat vegetables every day. Right. And remember, should is a modal verb, right? So that's why there's no to here, right? There's no to. Remember, for many verbs, we use to, right? For example, I have to go, right? Eu tenho que ir. Então, entre dois verbos, quase sempre no inglês vai ter um to aqui no meio. I have to go. Porém, nos verbos modais, como no caso de should, não tem o to. So, I should go. Eu deveria ir. I should go. There's no to, okay? So there's to here, but there's no to here. All right? So we might have another class later about modal verbs too. Now let's continue to the next one. So that was number 7. Now let's see number 8. Number 8. I swam across a lake last month. I swam across a lake last month. Em português, it means eu atravessei um lago a nado no mês passado. I swam across a lake last month. Is it right or is it wrong in English? Any ideas? Let's start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. I swam across a lake. That's actually correct. No. This one is correct. Correct. I swam across the lake last month. Because here it says last month, right? Mês passado, last month. Then the verb here, it has to be in the past too. So swam, right? So if you take a look at the verb swim, we say here, so I swim, right? So swim. Let me just write the verb here. So swim, swam in the past, and swam the present perfect, right? So swim, swam, swam. So the verb in the past here, it's swam. So now we can see here, I swam across a lake last month. So it makes sense here. Eu nadei, atravessei um lago a nado, né? Nadei esse lago no mês passado, last month, correct. Now let's take a look at the next one, number 9, and we're almost about to finish, right? Number 9 is the one before the last. Here it says, I buy a house last year. I buy a house last year. What do you think? Take a look at the grammar. Is it right or is it wrong? I buy a house last year. Very good. This is wrong. Yes, that's wrong. So it's not buy. Because here it says last year, right? Em português here it says, eu compro uma casa ano passado. Então, o verbo aqui está no presente, não era para estar no presente, era para estar no passado, porque foi ano passado, last year, right? So we have to say, so this is wrong, the correct one is bought, right? So I bought a house last year. Eu comprei, não é eu compro uma casa no passado, eu comprei uma casa no passado. So I bought a house last year, right? And pay attention to the pronunciation here, right? It's bought, bought. It sounds like B-O-T. Soa realmente como se fosse escrito B-O-T, bought, right? Mas se escreve assim, bought, right? So I bought a house last year. Eu comprei uma casa no passado. I bought a house last year, right? Now, let's take a look at the next one. This is the last one, guys. This is the last one. He has ever gone scuba diving. He has ever gone scuba diving. What do you think? Is the grammar right or is it wrong? Let's start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up. This is wrong. Yes. This is wrong. So he has ever gone scuba. This is strange, right? Um, the problem here is with the word ever. Okay, the word ever here. So he has ever gone. This is strange because ever, we usually use ever for questions, and this is not a question, ok? This is not a question. Ever, geralmente, não sempre, mas geralmente, o ever é usado para perguntas, e aqui não é uma pergunta, aqui é uma frase afirmativa. So the problem is with ever. So let's take a look at the right way here. The correct way is he has never gone scuba diving, ou seja, ele nunca fez mergulho autônomo. He has never gone scuba diving. Or you could ask a question, right? Has he ever gone scuba diving? Okay? Has he ever gone scuba diving? Para fazer pergunta, a gente usa o ever, né? Has he ever gone scuba diving? Ou seja, ele já fez mergulho autônomo, né? Has he ever gone scuba diving? Or if it's a negative sentence, he has never gone scuba diving, right? So that's it. This is our last question, right? If you scored them all right, you got 10 points. If you got one wrong, you got 9 points, and so on, right? Did anybody get 10? Anybody got 10? All of them correct? I don't think so, right? No? Did anybody get 5 points here? 5 points? No? How many points did you get? Did you count your score? Did you count? No? Guys, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? We're about the end. No questions, right? So thank you, guys. I'll see you next class. If you still have any questions, remember, if you're watching this later, I know that many of you are going to be watching this later. You can leave your comments below, right? Or if you have any questions, just leave your question down there in the comments. Let me just stop screen sharing this with you. And that's it. So, guys, remember, I think you can probably see me here. Yeah. Lembre, se você estiver assistindo isso aqui depois, você pode fazer tua pergunta nos comentários aí abaixo, ok? So leave your questions or your comments in the comment section below, and I can probably reply to you later. Thank you very much for participating, and see you next time. See you next class. Goodbye.